Hello and welcome to My Consultant, where we give you the weekly updates and news about Canadian immigration. In this episode, we will share IRCC's online RNIP experience survey, then expansion of working hours for international students and impact of immigration on housing market. Then we will discuss the significance of October in immigration sector and federal government's new path to permanent residency.
IRC is conducting yet another new confidential survey. Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada is currently conducting an online survey to learn more of the newcomers' experience participating in the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot, or the RNIP. The information gathered from this voluntary survey helps the IRCC better understand just how to improve the department's programs and services. This survey will not affect any past, current, or future applications with the IRCC. An invitation to take this survey has recently been sent out via email to newcomers who immigrated to Canada through this pilot. The online survey takes about 10 minutes to complete and is available in both of Canada's official languages, French and English. So, if you are a newcomer who has immigrated to Canada through the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot and has received this email with a link that starts with ircc.qualtrics.com, you have until October 19th, 2022 to complete this survey.
If you are an international student in Canada, you will soon be able to work for as many hours as you wish. Yes, you heard that right. Starting November 15th, international students who are studying in Canada will be allowed to work for more than 20 hours per week during their full-time studies. Up till now, international students are allowed to work up to 20 hours per week unless they are on a break. This new move by federal government of removing this restriction will allow them to work more hours without jeopardizing their study permit. This temporary measure will remain in place until the end of 2023 and will also apply to foreign nationals who have already submitted their study permit application as of today. They will also be able to benefit from this policy if their application is accepted by the IRCC. Immigration Minister Sean Fraser says international students contribute to Canada in so many ways. They enrich the communities and play a crucial role in growing the economy. This new announcement about increasing work hours is to help address labor shortage and support international students. This will allow over 500,000 international students who are already in Canada to potentially work more and contribute to Canada's economy. Last month, Canada's unemployment rate fell to 5.2%. Facing nearly 1 million job vacancies has resulted in the Canadian government easing this rule for the time being. This new policy will allow international students to support themselves financially while also seeking to ensure that they remain focused on completing their studies.
As Canada reaches success, zooming towards their 2022 immigration intake target number of 431,000, the housing rental market appears to be having a tough time keeping up, and the reality has become that there are just not enough residences to accommodate Canada's newcomers. The pricey Bank of Canada rate increase this year has triggered a sharp decline in real estate activity and in the annual house price growth. The cost of a single-family detached home has doubled over the past decade, according to data from the Canadian Real Estate Association. The average rent for all property types across Canada in August 2022 was 2,000 Canadian dollars, an 11.1% increase from just a year ago. This is the highest level in 3 years. The Government of Canada intends to spend 10 billion Canadian dollars to help double the home construction over the next decade. In the most recent Statistics Canada data, it indicates that construction sector is roughly 82,000 vacancies for a vacancy rate of 6.5.
The month of October is going to be a busy one for Canadian immigration sector. The authority will be making 3 major changes in immigration starting this month. There will be several end-of-year developments expected in the coming weeks that will be very crucial for the immigration trends and targets for the next year and beyond. IRCC will announce the process for Parents and Grandparents Program 2022 in late October. The immigration levels plan for 2023 to 2025 will be announced by November 1st. Additionally, Statistics Canada will share census report on immigration from 2021 for the first time in 5 years. Let's first talk about Parents and Grandparents Program 2022. Last month, IRCC announced that the application intake will be available in the coming weeks for the PGP. Under this program, immigrants can sponsor their parents or grandparents for immigration to Canada. In past years, IRCC has decided which parents and grandparents will be eligible for a visa as per lottery. However, it is yet to be announced whether the same pattern will be followed this year also. In 2021, IRCC held a lottery that invited 30,000 Canadians to submit their applications. In 2020, IRCC only invited 10,000 applications due to the onset of the pandemic. Now let's focus on the immigration levels plan for the years 2023 to 2025 that will be announced on November 1st. Each year, IRCC issues an immigration levels plan to act as the guideline for the number of immigrants that will be allowed to come to Canada that year. It includes the breakdown of immigrants from economic class, family class and humanitarian class programs over the next 3 years. This year, it looks like IRCC is all prepared to set record-breaking targets. The target by 2022 is to grant permanent residence to at least 430,000 people and to at least 450,000 people by 2024. 2021 Census Report. Every year, Statistics Canada collects information from all Canadians to better understand how they live. The last time census report on immigration was released was in October 2017. The new census report will share the number of immigrants that live in Canada, where they have decided to live, what languages they speak at home, and how many people they live with. This will help shape the outlook for immigration initiatives such as Immigration Levels Plan. Apart from this, another crucial development is the Express Entry CRS score that may drop below 500 this month. The initial draw on July 6th invited 1,500 people for permanent residence with a minimum CRS score of 557. Since July 6th, the minimum CRS score has been decreasing with each draw. The first 5 draws had declines of 8 or 9 points, and the 2 most recent draws on September 14th and September 28th had decreased of 6 points in each draw. The most recent score on September 28th was 504. If this trend continues, the score could soon dip below 500 for the first time since December 23, 2020. This can be a sign of relief for many applicants.
The federal government is currently looking to create a new program that will provide a path to permanent residency for up to 500,000 immigrants who are currently working in Canada but do not have an official standing. The program would have an unprecedented scope and apply to people whose visa or work permit has expired, and to those whose refugee applications may have been denied or blocked due to a moratorium on deportations to their country. But why this bold and new soon-to-be program? In 2021, last year, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau asked Immigration Minister Sean Fraser in his mandate letter to further explore ways of regulating status for undocumented workers who are contributing to Canadian communities. Up to 500,000 people could be eligible. Canada is allegedly looking into measures to regularize persons who live in Canada with precarious statuses. Furthermore, the IRCC estimates that there could be up to 500,000 undocumented migrants in Canada. An Immigration Ministry spokesperson confirmed that work to complete this particular mandate is underway and that the ministry is consulting with university researchers, experts, and industry advocates. Ministry officers have approached several advocacy groups in recent weeks and over the summer to consult them on this program. Potential criteria and an official launch date are still unknown. While there have been programs to regularize the status of immigration groups before, none of which have been so large and inclusive. A big question that arises with this new program is, will all Canadian provinces be on board, more specifically, Quebec? Just over a year ago in spring 2021, Quebec Premier declined to participate in a federal program offering essential workers and graduates a new pathway to permanent residency. The Premier was re-elected recently with an outstanding majority of 90 out of 125 seats in the National Assembly. The Premier was under fire leading up to the election after he associated immigration with violence and extremism, and later said it would be, and I quote, a bit suicidal for Quebec to increase immigration levels, insisting that accepting more immigrants entails a threat to the French language. The program is expected to include people from countries for which Canada has moratoriums of deportations. Haitian nationals, largely based in Quebec, may qualify. There is currently a large backlog in processing asylum applications, meaning many people wait years before having the opportunity to share their story before an immigration and refugee board judge. Ottawa says it will continue to promote inclusive immigration programs that fit Canada's economic needs and fuel growth. That's all for this week's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please click the bell icon to subscribe to the My Consultant YouTube channel. For more information on the topics covered in this week's episode, please visit myconsultant.ca, where you can contact an authorized immigration and citizenship consultant. I'm Tashina Thompson.
I'm Tina Batra, and we'll see you next week.